Hello everybody and welcome to my Flosstube channel. My name is Alana. I am Mrs.SmithStitches here on Flosstube as well as on Instagram, and thank you so much for stopping by. This is video number, or Flosstube number, I feel like I should have looked that up. I want to say 28. I've been doing Flosstube for about 2 years, and this is going to be my Stitch North Weekend 2 recap video. Today is May the 14th, I think, yes. So I'm a little bit delayed in making that. I went to weekend 2 of Stitch North, which if you're new here or haven't heard of Stitch North, it is a cross-stitch retreat hosted by Evertote and Roxy Floss Co. And it is held in Brampton, Ontario. This is my second year going to Stitch North and also weekend 2. I did weekend 2 last year as well. And it was awesome. We had a fantastic time. Got to meet lots of people. Didn't stitch a ton. I'm pretty sure I stitched more last year than I did this year. Definitely have a lot of fun haul. And I did have a finish while I was there. I had a couple new starts and lots of goodies. So today's video will be a little bit more haul slash table gift heavy than normal for me. And I do have a few projects to show. So yeah, I'll just hop right in. We got there on the Thursday, or I should say I got there on the Thursday. I'm about 4 hours roughly from Brampton, from where I live. I'm just outside of Ottawa. So I went the Thursday night, ran into a few people that were at my table last year, and my roommate Amanda, who I met last year as well at Stitch North. So we got settled into our room and went down and started to stitch, and just kind of chatted, met people. There's quite a few Flosstubers. I got to meet Sheldon in person, Sheldon and Stitches. This was really fun. I will link the Flosstubes below of the people that I met there if they had a Flosstube. So I met the Boss Stitchers. Shiloh was there, who I have met before. Elizabeth from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch was there. Frizzy Lizzy Stitches. Oh goodness, now I should have written this down. There's all kinds. I'll link them. The Museum Stitcher, and I'm gonna blank. This is why I should take notes. I'm really bad for taking notes. There's tons and tons of Flosstubers there. There was tons and tons of people that I met from last year that I got to see again. Tons of new people. It was really fun. If you ever get a chance to do a retreat, absolutely. I think if you can swing it, there's nothing quite like meeting a whole bunch of people that are just as interested in your craft as you are. So it's a really fun experience. I know they can be pretty pricey and kind of hard to manage, especially people that are having to fly in or that kind of stuff, but it was absolutely a blast. I had a fantastic time. I did leave early on the Sunday. My youngest of my grandchildren, my granddaughter, was quite sick actually and in the hospital, ended up having to undergo a couple of procedures. She's doing well now. But that, so I left. I kind of got up early. I said goodbye to everybody, and then I just left and came home. My husband had her older brother, so my grandson, he's about 2.5, not quite, almost 3. And so I had all these plans of coming home because I didn't have to go back to work till the Thursday. When I came home on the Sundays, I'm like, I'm going to film a video. I'm going to get all organized. And this is like a week, 2 weeks almost later. And I literally just organized my stuff this morning. So I came home, I had my grandson for a couple of days, had my other granddaughter for a day. And then I actually just went right back into my shifts. So work. So I did 4 12s, and then I got off work on, what day is today? Today's Wednesday, so Monday morning. And then yesterday I actually had 2 of my grandkids again for the day. And so today I have no plans for today except to hopefully buy my hanging baskets and get my flower stuff organized. It was quite chilly and now it's brutally hot. Like we went from one extreme to the other. And so I want to run out and get some baskets and stuff because they do work. This is our long weekend in Canada. It's like I think we call it the May 2-4. It's like Victoria Day weekend. And that generally is when the garden centers like blow up and everybody goes shopping, but it's supposed to be cold and rainy all weekend. So I am planning on going to do that today. So anyway, long story short, this is why it took me so long to get a recap video. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's just hop right in. I'm going to start with the stitching, and then I'll kind of go into the other stuff because I feel like some people just want to see the stitching and don't want to stick around for all of the other stuff that I got. So I will start with my finish. So my table is full of stuff, like absolutely full. And it's kind of a weird day, and it's cloudy and then it's sunny. So I did put my ring light on. So I'm hoping that the lighting is okay, even though it's like, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so my finish at Stitch North 2025 is Patchwork Cloak Santa by Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. This was actually my start at Stitch North 2024. This was an exclusive through Evertote. So this is a Roxy Floss fabric. Now this was a one of a kind. I chose it. It wasn't kitted with this, and so it doesn't have a name. And all Roxy Floss Co. Floss. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like my words aren't coming to me today. So yeah, so this is a 36 count, and I think it turned out really cute. So I did get to ring the bell, which was really fun. That was really fun. So he is finished and ready to be framed for Christmas this year, which is very exciting. So here is the pattern. If you're interested, it is available on PDF now. I will link Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery Etsy store so you can buy it. Now it's not an exclusive anymore. And I did use all, if you're interested in the same colors, it is charted with Roxy. And so I bought the kit. I bought the floss pack, I should say. I feel like you can't see the red. You need to see the red. The red's the best part. So here is, there we go. I feel like you're not getting a great view of the floss. Their floss is so nice. I absolutely love the Roxy floss and fabric. It's just, there's something about it. I don't know what it is, but it's really, really nice. Okay, so that was my finish. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'll put that down there. I have my Diet Pepsi even though it's 11 in the morning because it is so stinking hot. Okay, so I did do 2 new starts while I was there, and they were the planned starts. So if you watched my last video, you'll know what they were. So the first one was the Be a Friend sampler by, what is this? Need a Work Press. And I got this, I saw Tara from Sully Stitches stitch this for her blessing sampler this year, and I just loved it. So I purchased it, and then I sent an email to Hannah at Evertote and asked her to do a conversion for me. So I do have the Roxy. I'll show you my start, and then I'll show you my floss. And my start is very sad. So this is what I stitched on Friday. So on Friday I stitched this in the morning, and then I finished Santa in the afternoon, and that is literally all the stitching that I got done. So here's my tiny start. I feel like my lighting is poor. I'm sorry. I'll try to hold it like this. I am changing the fancy stitches, the specialty stitches, I should say, to cross stitches where I can. I'm just not a specialty stitch girl. I just am not. So if I can, so this border was supposed to be straight stitches, and I just turned them into cross stitches. I don't think in the grand scheme it'll be a huge difference, and I just can't do specialty stitches. I never like the way they lay. So this is 40 count flax with the Roxy Floss conversion. So I'm going to show them the fabric or the floss. Here we go. So you can just email Roxy if you want, or sorry, Evertote if you want the, here, let me hold it up this way. If you want to do the same colors, you can, they already have it all together. And so if you're interested in stitching it with Roxy, here you go. Sorry for my lighting. I just don't think it's fantastic. I'm not very good at holding these things up either. You can't see the pretty blue in there. There we go, and the red. So yeah, so that was my itty bitty teeny tiny start on Be a Friend. Let me just tuck this away here. I'm hoping to get a little bit more of that. That's going to be one of my projects for this month when I get into my plans. My next start was Summer at Cherry Hill by Brenda Gervais. Did I say the fabric that I was doing that on? Look at me. It is. It is. It's 40 count flax. The called for, I think, was beige by weeks. Yes, the called for was beige, which I didn't have. And I feel like flax is a very good, it looks so similar. So that's why I chose that. And I chose to do 40 count. Okay. Sorry, I'm really bad to remember that. Okay. Start number 2 was Summer at Cherry Hill by Brenda Gervais. I picked this up from the Kitten Stitcher, I think just before Christmas. And I have coveted this pattern for a super long time. I absolutely love everything about it. There's nothing I don't love about this. And I have been going kind of great guns with it. So this is all I've really been working on is this one. I did start this on the Saturday and worked on nothing else, although I really didn't get a ton done, to be honest. So I've gotten most of this done since I've been home, although I haven't had a ton of stitching time since I've been home, and I love it. I feel like I almost just want to finish it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to work on it until it's done. I don't think I will, but I really want to. I absolutely love everything about it. Now, I did kit it with the called for and then kind of changed it as I went. So for the most part, I'm using all the called for except for the blue and the green. Now, hang on a second. Let me go through my pile of paraphernalia here. Okay, so the red and the green. So the red was called for chili pepper, which is actually really orangey. I don't know if you're gonna get it great. And I was supposed to buy 2 skeins and I didn't. And Classic Colorworks, for me, the only place that carries them relatively locally is Anne at Knowledge and Needles, and she ships to me because she's about 2.5 hours away. And I didn't read properly the chart that said you needed 2 skeins. So I knew I wanted to pick a different red anyway. It is super pretty, but it's very orange, and to me, cherries are very red. And then the green that one of the greens I called for was avocado, which my avocado it looks more green honestly here, but it's quite brown. And I wasn't sure I loved it. So I changed them out for Roxy, what's this one? Lipstick. I did buy 2 skeins, although Roxy is 8 yards and not 5 like everywhere else, but I still bought 2. And then I switched the one green out, the avocado. I actually switched it out to this one, which is Pinery. Okay, let me flip this. I really need to get one of those boards to go on. If you can get a better idea of what that looks like. So it's a little bit more deeper red and green. So that's all I did with that. I'm going to tuck those over here. And yeah, I think it turned out great. I think it's really pretty. I'm glad. So the border is the red, obviously is the red, but the border is that Pinery, and I think it's just a little bit deeper. And so are these leaves here. And I think it just looks great. I love it. I suspect I'll have a very hard time moving on to another project. I have one planned, but I think I'm gonna have a very hard time moving on to it because that has been a joy to stitch. And it's a lot smaller than, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was. I don't know why. And it's going very quickly, which I absolutely love when I do that. Okay, so I have one more whip that I worked on, and that's actually all of the stitching. So when we got there the Thursday night, we sat around in the lobby and stitched. It was really fun. We did that last year too. So I highly recommend going the day before a retreat starts because that seems to be a very normal thing. Everybody sort of sits around in the lobby and stitches. So I worked on my Anniversaries of the Heart. So I'm working on Farmhouse right now. This block is for my son, my oldest son. So I did manage to get the house. I had some of it done. So I finished the roof with his date of birth, and then I did all the windows while I was there. Well, most of them, they're not all done. So yeah, so that's the second block that I have done here. I am stitching this on 40 count Latte by XJU Designs. And I am using all the called for the most part. I think I darkened the roof a little bit because the color I had was very, very light. So this was charted back in like, I want to say, I've got a couple of the, I only have the first 2 patterns done. So I do need to kit up the next couple. This was charted in like, I want to say 08. Does it say 2010? So I do find some of the colors have changed a little bit. So I'm just kind of fiddling with them. Like I'm not making big changes. I like the color palette. Like the birds are supposed to be old purple paint, which is really, really, really purple. And I think I'm just going to darken them to a slightly good dark. Like that's old purple, like it's purple. And I don't really want the birds to be purple. So I'm just going to change them probably to either one of the colors I already have, like Tin Bucket or something like that. There are a couple colors that I haven't been able to find. So I'm just going to, like the purples don't exist anymore. They're a classic color work, or were, what did they used to be called? Crescent color. So that's how old the pattern is. And there's a couple that I haven't been able to find, and I've had a few people look for them, and I don't think they make them anymore. So I'm just going to probably run into Tyme, which is my local store. They carry both DMC Weeks and Gentle Arts, and just find something that looks comparable. Like it doesn't have to be exact. And so that's my plan for that. I'm hoping to get that block finished this month. We'll see. I started it in January, and obviously I have not kept up with the 1 block a month. They're really fun stitches though. Like they're really fun because they're quite small individually. Like it's a big piece, but I don't know, they're very satisfying because they work up quite quickly. So I've been enjoying that. And I realized that I did not share with you Summer at Cherry Hill. I am doing the called for fabric too for this. So I think this is 40 count sand by Picture This Plus. I just like looking at it, so I'm going to take it out again. Yeah, it is 40 count sand, which was the called for. I just ordered it off 123 Stitch. So that was kind of part of my haul. And that is actually it for the stitching. So now I'm going to kind of dive into table gifts and haul and plans for the rest of May. So if you want to stick around for that, that's great. If not, I totally understand. You're just here for the stitching. I will see you in a couple weeks, hopefully. So I'm going to jump into table gifts. I'm not going to go through the whole Evertote gift bag because I think a lot of people have done that. There's a lot of videos out right now that have great details about everything that came in the gift bag. So I think I'm just going to go through table gifts and a couple of highlights maybe to the gift bag. I actually didn't do a great job at sorting. So I'm going to start out with table gifts because I feel like that's the easiest way to do this. So we got these beautiful little pockets. Now there was more stuff in this and now I've taken stuff out. This was from, here we go, my friend Amanda, who is Cavapoo and Cross Stitch. Look at her dress, aren't they so cute? And it has a little tag in there, has some tea. They're very cute. There was other stuff and it's gone missing. This is what happens when you don't film right away. My friend Amanda also got me a couple of other things. We were roommates. She got me a pen from Keepsakes. So recently she has been to both Keepsakes and the attic. So she got me little souvenirs from there. And so this was from Keepsakes. And I'm going to show you because it's a really neat idea. She got me this beautiful like trim. This pretty green trim. I love it. I really need to keep all this stuff together because I'm going to forget. And then she got me a little A, which I thought was really cute. This is the Keepsakes card. I'm super jealous that she got to go to both. And then she got me this, it's a wooden QR code. And I'm not sure if I should show it now that I've realized that. So I'll just go whoop. And on the back, it does come with like a password and stuff. So I'm not sure if I should show it. It is like a gauge, a stitch gauge. And it's from Keepsakes. And when you scan it into your phone, like you can take a picture of it with your phone, and it gives you like all kinds of their free patterns, which I thought was really neat. I haven't done it yet because I want to be able to save them and like organize them. and I haven't just not had the time to organize myself. So I thought that was really neat. In our loot, oh, let's do this. So we did get these, which, no, let me do table gifts. Oh, I forgot to show you the most important thing. So my friend Amanda, that Cavapoo and cross stitch, she made me this necklace. Isn't that beautiful? Hang on, I want it to focus. And these really, really pretty, I think she got them off of Etsy. I'm not sure. I don't have the link for the actual, there we go. I wore it all weekend. I should wear it now. I put it there to put it on, and then I got distracted trying to get ready. Uh-oh, I think I put it on upside down. My hair, I can't do anything with my hair in this weather. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. There we go. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, so table gifts. So we have Nancy, who now almost everybody was from our table last year. Amanda didn't sit with us last year, but Nancy did. So Nancy was from last year, and she made us these adorable coasters. They're so cute. So that was fun. So I have that by my stitching room. And then there was like some tea in there and a little clip and some little floss drops, which was really cute. Some little wooden floss drops. And this is from Christine. It's holding stuff in it. So Christine made us each these little, they're for orts, or they could be for anything. They're so pretty. And she had a little notebook in there too. Little Stitch North 2025. And I've actually been keeping my Stitch North name tag from last year in there. So I have that in there. So I'm all ready to go. Let's see. I think I'm missing somebody. So I do apologize if I am, because I feel like I just threw everything on my table. I need a drink. It's very hot. Okay. Then we met Heather. So Heather I hadn't met last year. And she sat at our table this year, and she made us these beautiful, the stuff's dropping out of it. They're like a thread bed with a zippered pouch. They're out, and they're the Teresa Cogut fabric. I love it so much. Now I have been taking this, I've been sticking this in my travel project. So I always take a project with me to work. I rarely work on it at work, but I always take one just in case I have the time. And I've been really liking this because I put like my scissors and extra needles and that kind of stuff on here, and it fits super, super great into any project bag. So that's been really nice to have. So, and in that, I'll put that there, she gave us each these little stitch cards. And these were from Simply Stitched, who was one of the vendors there. And here, I'll just show you one. So it shows you your pattern name, all information, designer, the date that you started, and then back on the back. I love these so much. I think we got a pack of 6, and I just love them. I think they're great. So I thought that was really, really sweet. And then, I'm not putting stuff back very well. And then Joanna gave us each a beautiful notebook, which I think I'm going to start tracking. I think I'm going to use this as my cross. Oh, it has library cards in it. I'm going to use this. Aren't they so cute? I love these cards. I think I'm going to use this as my, aren't they so pretty? I think I'm going to use this as my cross stitch tracking. I have tried some of the calendars and stuff. Like I've tried the book of days, and I didn't keep up with it. I just am not. That's just not me. But I think I would be more likely to just write in here, like, this is the project I started and when, and it's so, so, so pretty. I love it. It's like embroidered. She did not make them. We were all very impressed when she brought them out. And she's like, I'm like, did you make those? She did not. This is very pretty little, flower bookmark. That's very adorable. So, also from Joanna and Christine, I had messaged them, oh gosh, like we are on a Zoom call. We Zoom every other Thursday or whatever. And I had seen something on Facebook that was at Joann's. Now this was before Joann's went out of business. This was like before Christmas. I think. And I said, if anybody can find this for me, can you please, please, please pick it up? And it was this. So this is my granny. So my grandkids call me Granny. And it's very, very hard to find anything that says Granny on it. I think Granny is much more of a UK grandma name. And I crochet. So I thought that is stinking adorable. It says Granny Life and it's a mug. And I love mugs and it's so pretty on the inside. And I was like, if you see this, could you pick it up? And so Joanna found it. She's like, she sent me a picture. We have like a group chat. She sent me a picture. She's like, I found your mug. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I was so excited to have my granny mug. Then Christine, I'm going to put it up here because it's so stinking adorable. Then Christine went on, like, she also looked, which was so sweet. They live in different states. And she found, there was a whole set of stuff that went with it. So she found me this absolutely adorable bag, which I think I'm going to take to work as my, like, notebook / pen kind of bag that I take with me when I go places. I love this so much. And she filled it with, like, all kinds of stuff. So we have a Granny Life little notebook pad. We have a patch. I do not know where I'm going to put this. I kind of want to make a bag in a similar fabric and see if I can attach it to the bag. She has little sticky notes that match with the little granny squares. There's a notebook that matches. Oh, I love this. I'm really tempted to turn this into my work notebook. I'm tempted. I have one already that I don't really need to replace it, but I'm kind of tempted because this one's so pretty. And I don't think that's going to fit in there. And then she had it all. I'm going to put this down here. She had it all in this gigantic granny tote. That's these granny squares. It was so sweet. Oh my gosh. They're the best. I have the best table. They're so sweet. I was so excited to get all my granny loot. That was so fun. So now I have to get that all organized to get I haven't washed my mug or anything yet because I wanted to show it. I have not, everything stayed up in my craft room. I have not moved anything because I didn't want to forget about showing anything. But yeah, it was so fun. I'm so excited about all my granny stuff. Because you can't find granny stuff. You just can't. My kids made me a sweater. I think I've worn it on here before. My son and my daughter-in-law, that says granny on it. It's really cute. I think they got it off of Etsy. But yeah. So, okay. So that was table gifts. I'll show you what I did for a table gift. So I did these little tiny, I had an extra one because I did 8 and there's 8 at a table. So these are the little tiny jewelry boxes. Oh, and they fell apart. It fell apart. Okay, so inside, all I did was just the fabric here. I ripped it all out and I didn't leave there was like a little ring holder here that I didn't leave in because it's not that big, but it fits a pair of scissors and stuff like really, really well. I hooked on these little charms. I included a magnet, but I don't know where my magnet went. My grandson was here the other day and he had the magnets everywhere. They're his favorite thing. I included the little, oh, we're not gonna be able to see that probably. Little 2025 charms. I bought a whole package of these. So I put one on the bottom, like I added a little 2025 charm to the bottom. We can see that. I don't think we can. Or to the zipper, not to the bottom. And then I included a couple because I thought they'd be kind of fun to put on your like project bags for anything that you started this year. I ended up with an entire giant little pack of them. It was like, I don't know, 50 off Amazon for a crazy amount. So I hooked those up there, just up here. And then I included a little magnet, a Canadian magnet, because I thought that was kind of fun. Most of my table was American. I included a couple of these little, I don't know what you call these, little magnet things that hold your fabric. I have absolutely no idea what you call these. I think they're like meant for cords. Like I think they're like a cord winder. They're meant for that, but they work fantastic on the fabric. So I included a couple of those and a little spoolie. That was super cute. So I got my little spoolie. I feel like you can't really see it. There you go. And that's what I did for my table gift. And they were a big hit. So I thought those were super cute. Kind of fun to just sit. I have mine just sitting on my table and I just leave my scissors. I throw extra needles like in this spot here, like I just have them sticking out of there, and I have my scissors, and I have my little spoolie, and that's kind of, and then if I go downstairs to stitch, I just can grab it with me, and it has the few little things that I need in it. And they're small, they don't take up much space. Okay, now on to a couple of the things that we got in our gift bag. We actually got another little spoolie and a little seam ripper, which I'm gonna throw in that little container because that's really handy to have. And this was from, I Can Sew Make That, and it had a little mint in it too. And I was able to meet her. She's really sweet. She's a gift. She does project bags and other things, but so yeah, so we got that. I love, love, love this tiny seam ripper. I thought that was great, and that will fit perfectly in my little case. We did get a Stitch North keychain, which matches the needle minders we got last year. And we got a little pin, a little Canadian pin here, which is cute, and some little candies. Because I had a finish, I got a candy bracelet, and then I broke it almost instantly. I don't know what I was doing. And then one of my sweet table mates who also had a finish gave me theirs, which I thought was very sweet. We got some floss. So this is from the sewingshop.ca. And this is a really, really fun, like really bright green color. Super cute. Very summery. We got some Roxy floss. This is her Elle Woods, which I really, really like this. I might use this for the house. I'm doing the summer house. Like I have the spring house here. I'm gonna forget the name of the pattern, which is ridiculous. The summer house trio, but I can't remember the name of the designer. And I think I might actually use that. I was wanting like a pinkish house, and I think this is kind of cute. I think this will look cute. I like a variegated house. So I think I might actually use that for that house. And funny enough, the blue that I used for this house was actually the color that I got last year at Stitch North. So I think now there's a theme. The Boss Stitchers were there, Jane and Chris, and they handed out these cute little containers of beads. You can't actually see the beads because they're in there, but I thought that was kind of cute. Tiny Modernist gave us each a pattern. So this is, what is this? Stitcher's Garden. I really like this one. I don't know if I'll start it this summer. I have so many things started, but I do really like this. Pastime Pieces was there, and she gave us each a little notebook, which is super cute. So there's all her information. I actually got some really nice fabric. She had some really great stuff, tons of patterns, and some beautiful, beautiful fabric. So there's her cute, oh, that was kind of cute. And we got these little wooden, like fobs, I guess. This is from Canadian Stitchery. I thought those were really cute. Oh, I'll show the name. To put on your project bag or put on something. And then Dawn from Gamma's Treasures gave us each these really cute little needle books. I actually, last year she did a thread bed, and I use it every single day. It's lovely. And they are little pockets. These have little pockets. Her stuff is so nice. And there we go. There's her card. She's Canadian. She's in Ontario. And I just thought that was really, really cute. Super cute to have. I'll put that back together. And that's sort of it for table gifts slash goodie bags slash everything. The rest is sort of haul. I picked up one thing from the freebie table, which is this. What is this called? Does it have a name? The Sampler Company, Designs by, does it have a name? Patience Sampler. It's called the Patience Sampler. I just really liked it. I don't love to take stuff that I don't think I'm going to stitch. Sorry, it's very glary. And I don't know if I'm going to stitch it. I really, really liked it. I just have so many things on the go. So I did pick it up. I said, if I don't, if I don't stitch it, I will bring it and put it back on the freebie table next year. Because I just don't like to take stuff that I don't think I'm going to actually use. Okay, so into haul, the fun stuff. So one of actually the very first thing I bought was from Dawn, Gamma's Treasure. So it is a stitching mat. So that comes with a thread bed. This has a magnet in it for your needle. It has these two really pretty pockets. Where am I? And then it came with a little, one of those little orange things that I absolutely think these are the cutest things ever. And I've never had one. So I'm very, very excited to have one. They are absolutely adorable. So they sit like this, and they just hold all your little orts. I don't save my orts, so I threw them out as I went. And it matches. It's so cute. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was adorable. And it folds up really nicely. If you remember, if you've been around long enough, you remember that I made myself one last year. And it's cute too. Like, honestly, like there's nothing wrong with it. But Nancy last year, one of my table mates bought one of these mats. And I was like, I really want one of those. And I was like, you know what? If she's back next year, I will buy one. So it was the first thing I did was buy one of these table mats. Retreat mats, I guess they're called. And then I actually bought 0 patterns, guys. 0 patterns were bought. I did purchase, for me, a lot of fabric, which is what I went into it doing. Can't see, I have nowhere that sells fabric locally to me where I can touch it and feel it. And I really like that. So I went in knowing that my budget was going towards fabric and I spent my budget. So I'm going to start with the Roxy fabric. So I picked up, all of it is 40 count. There's one that was 36. So this is Arrowroot by Roxy. Lovely. And they're all, I think, quarter yards. I didn't buy yards and yards of fabric. This is Old Sneaker. I am a very neutral girl. I just am. That's what I prefer to stitch on, so that's what I lean towards. And none of these are ones that I have an idea what I'm going to do with them. So that was sort of one of those things where I was like, I don't really have a preconceived idea for one particularly I bought specific for a project. The rest of them, no. I knew I wanted some more neutrals. When I went to Hobby House last fall, I bought more darker neutrals. So I was aiming for lighter ones this year. It didn't work 100%. But I feel like now I have, compared to some people, I have 0, like I have like just a handful of fabrics. But for me, I have a nice stash that I can pick a pattern and I can probably find a fabric that I really like with it, which is all I was really after. I very rarely, unless I'm buying the called for fabric, I really don't buy fabric just to buy it. And most of the fabric I buy is off 123 Stitch. I haven't done any purchasing from 123 Stitch since all the tariff stuff started. So I don't know, like normally you pay your, like, I think for Canada, it's like $4.99, like base, shipping. I have never had to pay duty on top of that. But I'm tempted, there's a couple of things I like, so I'm tempted to buy, like, place a really small order and see what happens, because then if I do have to pay tariffs on top of that, or shipping and duty, not shipping, you do pay shipping, it wouldn't be astronomical, and then I'd know, but I haven't done that yet. So the last piece I bought from Roxy Cloth is Repeata. It's so pretty. It is like, I guess I should show them kind of bigger so you can actually see them. I don't know how to describe this, but it is so pretty. Oh, it's all pinned together. I can't show it. I lied. But it's like this modelly, browny, almost orangey. I don't think this light is doing it justice. Super pretty. So I got 3 from Roxy. A hand dyed by Rolanda was there, and I'm a big fan. So I went back to her table a few times. I did pick up this. These I can show because they're not stitched together here. So this is called, again, all 40 count. This is called Moon Shadow, and it's kind of a gray. I have a couple of fall pieces that I think would look really nice on this. And gray is one color that I never have really had. I did have an absolutely gorgeous piece that I bought from Anne at Knowledge and Needles, and I still have the other half of it, but it was a 32 count, and it's beautiful, but it's kind of like this modelly gray, and I have stitched on it and I will stitch on it. Like I will use the other half, but I just kind of like this. I feel like my light isn't giving me Sorry, I don't think I'm getting it good. So it's kind of this modelly gray color. I really like this. This was the last piece. I was at this was I think on the Saturday. I didn't shop on the Sunday because I just kind of came home. And I was just sort of wandering around, and then Amanda was like, this is a really pretty color. I'm like, yes, it is. And I'm pretty sure she bought a piece too. We're great influences on one another. And then I bought, so these are all Rolanda. So this is Mascarpone, which is just, again, a really pretty neutral. Go with everything. It's my thing. This is almost more of like a yellowy toned. And that's something I don't have a ton of. This is just, let's see, what's this one? Vintage Lace. So just like a simple, like off like cream color. Not a ton of modeling in this one. And this one is Almond. So very, very similar. I guess those two look super, super similar. But was what I was after. I'm a little boring. Hand Dyed by Rolanda has the most gorgeous, bright, beautiful modeled. She had this orange that was to die for. And I feel like if you would do a black sampler on it, like a Halloween, I was this close to buying it because Blueberry Ridge has their I think it's called All Hallows Eve, and it's like just black. And I almost bought it just to do that because I think it would look so good on it. But I didn't. I'm having a little bit of regret, but I didn't. It's hard when you get there because it's just stuff everywhere. It's just like you could literally just shop and buy absolutely everything. But I try to be a little bit more realistic as what am I actually going to start? What am I actually going to finish? Because that's sort of my thing. I shouldn't say I hate. I don't love having a ton of whips. I find I can get a little overwhelmed with just knowing there's a bunch of stuff. I have this sort of basket over here filled with whips. And I know there's sort of stuff over there that like there's some stuff I haven't looked at in a couple years, except to do the whip parade at the beginning of this year. And I haven't touched it since. So, yeah, I loved the idea of it. And I think I may actually like pick up a piece like that in the future because I really do like that All Hallows Eve piece I love the Blueberry Ridge. She's great. So those are those two together. So they are really, really similar. I don't think my light is picking up that the almond is actually quite a bit darker in real life, but I'm very happy with my neutral fabrics. Okay. Now on to the stuff that I bought at Pastime Pieces. So I bought 2 pieces from her, and then I have a couple things that I picked up from Anne. So this is actually R&R, Brenda's Brew. I have never in my life stitched on R&R. And so this is, you guys have all seen this because everybody is stitching on Brenda's Brew. And this is 40, again, this is 40 count. When I saw it, I was super excited. So I was like, I have to buy it. I have to have R&R. I've never stitched on it. It's very nice. It feels very nice. I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on it, but I was very pleased. Her prices were very, very good. Like I found Pastime Pieces prices were excellent. I probably would have bought more fabric from her, to be completely honest with you, but I didn't. I really tried to rein myself in. Sorry, I'm going to reach over here because my other thing that I bought was also from Pastime Pieces. And I kitted, but just before I left, I kitted up a few projects, I should say. So I kitted up a few projects that I know I want to start in the next little while. And I am not usually the type that kits up stuff before I start it. Like I kit it up and then start right away. And I've decided to try to kit a little bit more so that I have them when like I'm ready for them, kind of thing. So I did kit up a few things. This is one of the ones that I kitted up for future me. I purchased, what's this called? Autumn Town when I was in Maine last year at Lakeside Stitches. Is that what it's called? I have loved this. I don't remember which floss tube I saw this on, but I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. I must stitch this. And I bought it last summer and I'm going to do it as my birthday start this year. So this year is going to be my birthday start. And this is the fabric is the green on this. Like, so here, like in here, this is the color of the fabric. And the called for fabric is Apple Harvest by Mountain Air Fabrics. You can only buy it in the States. You can only buy it off Etsy. I did check once. The Etsy store, I think, was closed at one point. I haven't checked to see if it's back up and running, but I knew I wanted to try to find a green if I could while I was at Stitch North, because I have kitted it. I kitted the whole thing except the Gloriana silks, which is actually one of the things that I'm going to order off of 123 Stitch. There's a couple things I want to order off 123 Stitch. And the silks are these ones. So it's this and the red are the two silks. So I'm going to order, I'm going to order it like do it as is. So for the fabric, I had a few people that had to give me advice about the fabric. I found this. This is a 36 count. They didn't have it in a 40, and it's agave. Oh, look, it kind of matches my wall in the back. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to work out lovely. Let me see if I can do like a whole here. Let me see. I think it's pretty close. It's not exact for sure, but I think it's pretty close. I'm so bad at this holding things up thing, to give you an idea. And I don't have the silk, so I don't have the tree colors, but I actually think it's going to look really good. So I got that. So I'm pretty excited. So this is going to be my birthday start this year. If anybody wants to join me, let me know. My birthday is in September, so I'll probably start it. My birthday is the 18th of September, so I think I'll actually try to start it on my birthday. Last year I did Blueberry Ridge's Autumn, and I actually did finish it. I actually like stitched and finished it. So my birthday start from last year is finished. My birthday start from 2 years ago was not. And that, I have a little bit of haul, and then I'm going to go, I have a little bit more haul, and then I'll go into my plans. So let me tuck this away. So if you're interested in starting Autumn Town with me on September 18th of this year, you let me know. Message me, email me, something. And then I did pick up a couple things through Anne at Knowledge and Needles. Their shop is always linked below. She's one of my absolute favorites to order from. She has a ton of stuff. Some of the floss actually from some of the things I kitted up also came from Anne, like Summer at Cherry Hill. I ordered all of that through her. And there was one other one that I ordered through her. So some of it's just already in use. So when she goes to market every year, I sent her a message and picked up a couple things and then sent her a big list of floss. And she was like, yep, I'll get it to you when I'm home. And so I did actually pick up the cookbook this year. I've never picked up the cookbook, but I thought it would be fun. It's my 50th year, so I'm picking up like kind of special things. Like I don't think I buy the cookbook every year, but I was like, nope, this is a fun thing. My husband's already picked out all the things he'd like me to cook. He didn't care about the cross stitch patterns. There's some super cute, really cute little patterns in here, and some like really nice recipes, like good recipes. My husband was already excited. So he's already like picked out the ones he'd like me to make. So there's that. And then a few other things that I picked up. I picked up Coco's Garden because I absolutely loved it. I won't do this till next year probably. And I want to finish it like that. So that'll be a big finish for me because I'm not a great finisher. So this is Teresa Kogut. I just thought that was so cute. And I think it would look really cute in my little playroom that I have for my grandkids. So I thought that was adorable. So I picked up that. And then I picked up a couple of Brenda Gervais. Surprise. So, shocker. So I didn't do too bad actually. I picked up Hop Into Spring, which I think is adorable. And I think this is going to be one of the ones that I kit and have ready for next year along with Coco's Garden. And then I can just start them. And then I don't have to think about it. They're all ready to go. And then this one I'd like to start some point this summer. We'll see. And that is a daily reminder. So many people are stitching this. I don't think I'm going to stitch it on this dark of a fabric. I actually think I'm going to reverse some of it and make this a darker color and then do it on a lighter fabric. I just don't like stitching on dark. I don't like stitching on dark fabric, and I'm afraid I won't enjoy the stitch. And I absolutely love, love, love the pattern. So I haven't decided. I haven't kitted it. I think I'm going to take it with me the next time I go into Wool Time and see if Gwyneth will help me convert it to brighter colors on a darker colors on a lighter fabric. I just love it. I love, love, love the saying. That's always what I would always tell my kids. I still tell my kids that. Be good. That's the thing I tell them when they leave the house when they were teenagers. Be good. So my daughter laughs because she said, that's all you used to tell us. And I was like, well, I was right. Be good. So yes, so I think I'm going to kit, I do think I'm going to take those and kit them and just have them ready for next year. I'd like to start a daily reminder over the course of this summer. I have a few sort of plans, so I don't know if that's going to happen. But I do really like that one. I'm trying to rein in my starts. As I say that, I have a start that I'm going to start today, which is the Blueberry Ridge Samplers of the Season Spring. So I finished fall, I started winter, didn't get very far, and this is the spring one. I do have summer as well, and I picked, she did it in a pink, but I haven't picked the fabric yet. I'm going to use one of my new fabrics. And I actually decided I'm going to do spring in like a green color. So this is Green Pasture. Now she does say to use 3 skeins. She did hers 3 skeins of Madison Rose Weeks Dye Works. I picked Green Pasture by Gentle Arts. When I did the fall one, I only used 2, not even 2 full skeins. So I only bought 2. And now I'm wondering if I should have just bought a 3rd. But I got this at Wool Time, so I can grab another one. So I'm actually going to start this today. What did she stitch it on? 40 Count Fawn by Picture This Plus is what she stitched it on. I am probably going to pick one of my hand dyed by Rolanda. That's what I have done her other 2 on. And so I think I'm going to stitch that. I'm going to start that today, I think. We'll see if I get my flowers and stuff done today. And I actually did kit the summer too. I'll show you that because I don't think I showed that in the last one. I kitted summer, and I'm going to switch them. So summer is done, and she did summer in green, and it is Weeks Dye Works Scuppernog on Regency by Picture This Plus. And I'm going to do it on, this is a hand dyed by Rolanda that the other side, Ivory from last year. And I picked this, I've not seen this color before, Geranium. I just like the pink for the summer. I don't know why. So I'm going to do, it's not really a pink. It's like a weird reddy, mauvey, I don't know what to say. I love it. I think it looks so cute. So that, I won't start that just quite yet, but I am going to start spring. Spring is going to be my new start today. Other than that, so let's go plans. Let me get this back in the bag. So my plans for the rest of May, I'm hoping to do a video at the end of May too. We'll see. You know, I have plans. I work the whole, I don't work the 30th, 31st, is there 31 days of May? But I'm coming off of nights so I guess technically I work, but I come off of nights, and I've been trying not to film. My last 2 videos I filmed was as I'm coming off of nights. So I come home and I sleep for a couple hours and then I wake up and then I'm filming. And I'm just not sure that I'm awake enough to do that. Like, it's kind of hard to come off of a 12 and that's my 4 12s in a row. So I do 4 12s in a row, and then I come off and then I sleep for like 2-3 hours, and then I wake up and I'm just like, okay, I can do this. So I'm not sure how much sense my videos make when I do that. So we'll see. I'd like to film one at the end of May, and then but I'll go over my June plans sort of a little bit. I'll go over the rest of May plans first. So I'm going to start spring by Blueberry Ridge. I am going to work on this one, which is my Brenda Gervais Sampler of the Season Spring, because I haven't done any work on that, and I really would like to get some work done on that one. I'm not going to show you, well, I can show you my progress. I haven't ironed it. And I'm using all the called for colors, 40 count, milk and sugar, cream and honey. Milk and sugar or cream and honey. I'm not sure which one. And there's where I'm at on that. It's so cute. But I haven't gotten very far. Oh, it says right here, hand dyed milk and honey. I think they're all on one or the other of those. I absolutely love those fabrics. They are probably my favorite of any fabric. And I am going to continue to work on Summer at Cherry Hill. I guess I shouldn't turn away when I'm talking to the camera. I'm going to continue to work on Summer at Cherry Hill and Be a Friend. And I think that's it for the rest of the month. I don't think I'm going to try to do too much else because it's already the 14th and I already have half the month gone. And and I have work to do and plans to do, and I really have to get into my garden. And then for June, I was chatting with my friend Michelle. So Michelle is the Red Dirt Stitcher, and we were talking just before, I think that was the day before I left for Stitch North. We were chatting and about all of our whips that we have that are so close to being finished. So for June, I haven't gone through them yet, so I haven't picked. So when I do my next video, I'll show you the ones that I pick. My plan is to go through all of my whips that are this close to being finished and work on them monogamously till they're done. And I'm hoping to get 3 fully finishes for June. That is my plan. We will see if I get it fully, even finished, just finished, not fully finished, just finished. Because I have, like, I know I have Cinnamon Stars is so close. This is the day is so close. My Mighty Acorns, so close. Like the house is done. All of the big stitching is finished. So there's quite a, like, I think those 3 I could get done in like with a day or 2 of stitching. Well, maybe a couple days. I'm not a very fast stitcher, so it takes me a while. So that is actually my June plans. Is to do that, is to go through like one at a time and work on it till it's done, and work on it till it's done, and hopefully get some finishes, just to get my whip count down a little bit. I honestly don't know what I'm at now. But I would really like to see, and a lot of my stuff that's so close to being finished is fall, and it would be really nice to finish it in June and then get it fully finished so I can actually have some of this stuff out for fall. I feel like that would be nice. And then for July will be Jolly July, and I will work on, I have the Noel sampler that I did kit, and I have Parson Brown that I'm going to kit. And then I have a few Christmas ones that are already in the works. Dasher and Dancer is one that I'd really like to have finished. It won't be finished by this Christmas, but I'm hoping it'll be finished by next Christmas. And yeah, that's it. So that's it for my plans for the month. Sorry, I have it here. And so Stitch North next year, a lot of people have been asking me what weekend I'm going to, and I'm actually not going to do this spring Stitch North next year. I'm going to try to do the fall Stitch North next year. I am going to one of the Hobby House retreats in June. So it is the Brenda Gervais retreat, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited. And so I did get into that retreat, and that is like, I think the first weekend in June, and I just can't do 2 weekends that close together. It's too hard for me to get off work like that. I do work 2 weekends a month, and honestly, it's just too expensive to do 2 like so close together. So my tentative plan, the tickets are not for sale yet for spring 2026 for fall 2026 of Evertote's Stitch North. They haven't, I did check just to see if they have them on sale. They don't yet. And now, as far as I know, they're planning one for the fall. They're doing one for this fall that does still have tickets available. And it's going to be Jeanette Douglas, which I kind of wish I could do, but my nephew is actually getting married that same day. So I cannot. He's getting married this Saturday. That would be one I would have really considered going to, because I do love Jeanette Douglas and I would love to meet her in person. And so my tentative plan is June at Hobby House and September or October. It's usually October. I think it's usually the last weekend in October at Brampton Stitch North. We'll see what happens. You never know. We'll see what the year brings. It's a very, very long time away. It's really, really hard to plan so far in advance. I never know what's, you just don't know what's going to happen. But that is my plan. So I actually didn't buy Stitch North spring 2026. Now, this year they did have some last minute tickets and people were able to get in. So I may change my mind the closer we get to that date. But as of now, my plan is to go into the fall one. I just think it would be fun to do something a little bit different. The fall ones usually have like a guest. So I think last year was Jacob from Modern Fork. Was that 2 years ago? I don't remember. I haven't been to a fall one yet, but I thought that might be kind of fun to do something a little different and to spread it out. It's 2 retreats in a month is way too much for me to manage. So anyway, so that is my plan. I have had a lot of people ask and say, which weekend are you going to? Are you going to weekend 2? And so far I'm going to no weekends. And we'll see what happens. I'm a little like, I kind of want to do both, but I know that I just can't manage to do both of those within such a close amount of time. And I think that's it. So that's my plans, my haul, my recap. I did finally do a post on Instagram. I have been very, very lacking in the Instagram department with some pictures. I really didn't take very many pictures. I'm so bad for that. But it was so much fun. We had just a fantastic time. It was great. I loved meeting everybody and seeing everybody again, the people that I'd met the year before. So that's that. I will see you hopefully in a couple weeks. My plan is end of May, hopefully with some decent stitching done here, and then we'll have some projects that I'm hoping to complete in June. I hope you guys are having a great time. I hope you're having fantastic weather, and I will see you all in the next video.